Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best way you can farm the Gargantuan and Heavenite ore. Now, this is just going to be in general for Divine specific ore. Obviously, you know, not like Golem Heart. This one's kind of horrible, right? No one really cares about that. We're going to be hyper-focusing on Gargantuan ore and Heavenite. So first things first is the in general stats you should be looking at is, for the most part, if you look at the index, the Heavenite or Gargantuan ore, it comes from pretty much any ore in the game. I mean, you can't really see this, but as it says Heart of the Island. If you can't tell, Heart of the Island. This is a new stat, and this is what we're really going to hyper-focus on. But Heavenite only comes from floating crystals, and I'll explain this in a second. But Gargantuan ore comes from everything except floating crystals, which is the main thing to note. So what we're going to do is firstly figure out the strategies. So if you're wanting to grind Gargantuan ore, obviously, like it says, it doesn't come from floating crystals like how Heavenite does. Like it's only the large crystals and the small medium ones, right? So it only comes from the large ice crystal, but then it comes from the small, medium, and large red crystals. So that's just something we can note. So firstly, you know, if you can't farm, I know the what's it called? The Yeti is a bit problematic, especially if you can't kill it easily. So the Yeti, right, when we're down here, the Yetis are a bit annoying to deal, especially if you also look at how large crystals don't really directly spawn commonly in here. And since we're farming Gargantuan ore, right, you really only want to be farming these large ice crystals. What we're going to do, we're pretty much just going to go down to the new cave. Now, if you haven't already completed the Raven quest to unlock this, I mean, I can go ahead and show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. So the first quest, we're just going to come on down here. The first quest is pretty straightforward. So you're going to come up here to this right section. This is right off from the spider cave. It's going to want you to mine a few ores and bring something. And then the second one is going to be towards the actual entrance to the cave, and he's going to want you to pretty much do a similar task. And then we're going to come in here. So like it said before, you'll be able to get you know, the Gargantuan ore from every crystal in here, rather doing only the large crystal. So we'll be in here for the most part. Now, obviously, the way the ore multiplier, if you don't know this, they added this mechanic a while ago, but a lot of people don't know this. So pretty much the rarer ore you're mining, there's actually like a luck multiplier that it has. The floating crystal, for example, I think has an 80x luck multiplier increase to your ores that you're mining, specifically so you can get Heavenite, right? But it's pretty much, the annoying part is it kind of makes Heavenite rarer than Gargantuan ore. But what now is we have the new ore, which is the Heart of the Island. This is extremely rare overall, but the main thing about it is since you can get it in this zone, and I feel like this zone is easier to farm in because these spiders, I mean, they're pretty easy to kill and farm for the most part. But since we can farm these ores and get the Heart of the Island to spawn in, we can easily farm that. And then what you'll do is, obviously, you know, the previous strat where you'll mine it down to about 50%, see what's in it, and then leave it. But another thing, right, this is pretty beneficial for your pickaxe, which I'll show you that in a second, but you'll mine it down to about 50%. Now, what I will recommend, because of the luck increase that comes from mining like the rarer ores, I would recommend farming these small crystals and just fully mining them, and then doing it until, like, you'll mine small crystals fully down and obviously just straight up mine them. But then for medium and large crystals, you might as well mine the medium crystals as well. But then what we'll do is we'll leave the large crystals. And what you can do is, if you do have access to a private server, you can easily pretty much rejoin and leave the server over and over till a Heart of the Island is just normally spawned in, because they are rare. Or what you can do alternatively is cycle until the crystal spawns are like pretty much overlapping, so you can mine multiple at once, and then you'll mine that one spot, right, until pretty much you have two ores, like large ones or even the other ones spawned in. So you can sit and rinse and repeat this style and format. Now, obviously, you should try to get the new pickaxe, the Dragon Head pickaxe. This one obviously has way better luck than the beforehand and does a lot more damage. So the luck way higher, the damage way higher. Obviously, it does cost a lot, but it's way better. And a very basic format you can do to make your pickaxe better is, obviously, you want to use, if I can find them, the miner shards. But as you might notice, right, they have this swift mining, right? These have some decent stats on them, but there are miner shard 2s. And you might notice I have a lot of these in my inventory. So these allow you to get 2 passives on your thing. For example, you could get one that's like this, where you have the highest mine power possible, 15%, and you also have the mine luck, which obviously is not a lot, but 5% overall luck increase. And 15% mine power is really good considering normal mine shards don't have the ability to have 2 at a time. Plus, level 2 mining shards also usually have higher basic stats by default. So the best way you can get these is also pretty much the only way you'll get these is by farming the boss. Now, this is also just one of the potential drops behind Legendary Essence and Frostspect runes. Now, the Frostspect runes, you'll get these, as you see, these are really good for weapons, by the way. Like, the normal Frostspect runes pretty much only have ice, and if you're lucky, they'll have another thing, but Frostspect rune 2s pretty much always have like 3 things on them. So like increase to critical chance, increase to attack speed, and the ice ability, or increase to critical chance, attack speed, and ice. So a lot of different things we can get out of this, but you know, for the most part, right, you do want to farm the boss. Now, it's just one of his potential drop items, and you can easily farm him. And if you are having trouble, you can join my Discord server. A lot of people are grinding these together, so you can definitely join that. That'll be linked in the description. But what we'll do, so as far as the index goes, right, if you look at Gargantuan ore, is the heart of the island. I mean, it's the one that's right down here. You just can't really see it because, you know, it's kind of hidden. It's this one right down here. You can't obviously see it because it's, for some reason, the scroll wheel just doesn't work and you can't go down, but it can be obtained from those. Now, obviously, alongside this, it is also way more common. I mean, as you can see from the red crystals, because the red crystals not only are better than the normal ice crystals, but I feel like the zone is way easier to unlock and use than the higher ones because these spiders are pretty easy to kill for the most part. And just alongside that, I mean, the cave, most of the stuff in here just spawns normally. So pretty much around the mechanic in regards to the spawning and ore multipliers, you want to try to farm in this zone just because the basic multiplier you're going to get from these crystals is going to be way higher. And like right here, see, I can mine 2 at once. This is a large red crystal and a medium red crystal. So go ahead and mine these down. Since they are red crystals, they're from a zone, they're going to actually have a higher base multiplier to the basic stats. So I can go ahead, I'll probably just fully mine these ones, and I'll explain what races you should use in a moment, but I'm going to go ahead and just finish mining this. So just like that, we got a few other stuff. We got the moonstone and all that, but what we'll look at is the races you should probably use. For the most part, I mean, Dwarf is by far the best for mining because of its traits. The 50% damage to rocks is very beneficial when you're mining. As far as luck goes, you don't really need too many beneficial luck stats. What I will recommend is in the achievements, there is this dedicated player right here. This allows you to pretty much get the luck boost. As you can see, you pretty much have to play for 100 hours in total, and you're going to get this 40% mining boost right here. So this is going to be really, really good, this luck boost right here. So after you've gotten that, I mean, there are other ones you can use, like this one that, I mean, this one's really hard to get, but this one, you can get up to a 25% increase to your mine power. Pretty decent overall, but I mean, realistically, like, I would much prefer the increase to luck. Then if you look at equipment, we do have the new pickaxe. This one is pretty good with the 750 damage and a 78% luck boost. Now, if you also look at the runes I have on this, we also have the yield. This is pretty much just comes, one of them is a miner shard 2, but you have a 50% increase to our mine damage. Now, this is because I really only have the 14% runes. I didn't really have too many 15% ones. So the only downside is it's very expensive, but obviously this increase, if we do 750, it's going to be dealing roughly 1,200 damage per hit. Now, if you also apply luck potions and miner potions, these are also going to benefit you tremendously. These are buyable over at the shop. Obviously, the luck potions give a 20% increase to luck, and they're pretty cheap. And the miner potions give a 15% faster mining, so we'll go ahead and buy more of those. Just buy like 10 of them, drink one at a time until they run out. And then with the dwarf race, you can, you know, further boost your mining power. And you can get to, if you have a full stacked pickaxe, you can get to, I believe if you have all, if you grind them at least, the miner shards to, obviously the one I showed previously that has the mining power 15%, which is the highest you can get, by the way, and then the luck potion. This will actually allow you to get the 15% luck and 15% mine power. So best case, you'll pretty much have a 60% increase to luck and mine power, and then you also have the luck here, which will put you at like 100% more luck, then the potion, and then the all that. Now, also, last thing before, you know, we end the video, one final thing you should definitely try to get a lot of is these things right here. These are very good. These Christmas potions are really good. The 25 faster mining, 20% extra mine damage, and 25% extra luck for 90 seconds. Really, really overpowered. and you can get 15 of them. They're super cheap. Obviously, if you don't have a good pickaxe, I would recommend getting the Christmas pickaxe because it has decent stats overall. My only trade-off is I would honestly buy the totems, the recipes, and the potion because these are pretty much good, and you can also just grind money and get the instead of getting the Christmas pickaxe, you can grind money and get the dragon head pickaxe. Because I mean, this is really easy as far as the quest line goes because you just have to get like one of these heads or hearts, not heads. You have to get one of these, one of these, one of these, and they're super easy to get for the most part. So it's not too much of like a hard quest to get, but for the most part, you do want to try to prioritize mining these red crystals. These are going to benefit you tremendously. But for the most part, that's pretty much it for this video. If this helped you out, make sure to leave a like, and I will see you on the next one.